Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. At the touch of lovey Varian becomes a poet. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of dar. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Ignorance, the root and stem of all evil. The measure of a man is what he does with power. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. He who commits injustice says ever made more rest than he who suffers it. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to rule by something inferior to yourself. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to ruled by evil men. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Knowledge that is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. An empty vessel maketh loudest sound, so they that have the least wit are the greatest despoilers. We are twice armed if we fight with faith. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by something inferior to yourself. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. The most important part of education is proper training in nursery. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. Courage is knowing what not to fear. He who commits injustice says ever made more wretched than he who suffers it. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. The just man is happy, and the unjust man is miserable. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of dar. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. The soul takes nothing with her to the next world but her education and her culture. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. The punishment which wise suffer or refuse to take part in. The government is to live under the government offers men